Hi peeps, it's Tess back. This is another update to what's happened recently in America, and I've been paying a fair bit of attention over the last weekend, you know, of what the people in power, the people who have the ability to make any changes in America, what they're saying, and even the advocates, what you would possibly think of as progressive advocates in America, are saying nothing that I hear any of them say adds up to a single piece of proper rhetoric towards making changes in America. Absolutely not a single person. Not AOC, not the people that I'm about to show here. None of them are advocating for any kind of change. They keep thinking that America has survived this onslaught, and that shows the strength of America, and therefore, things are going to be better when Biden takes office. No, that's not the case. That's going to be proven out over the next coming months, and this is what I'm talking about, right?
Is the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt, who wrote an op-ed in
Anti-Defamation League, one of the most supposedly most progressive, fighters for the rights of minorities and all that in America, right? This is what he's got to say. Yeah.
Time magazine entitled "White Supremacism is a Domestic Terror Threat That Will Outlast Trump." Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. Now, in your op-ed, you write, while the attack was shocking, it was not surprising. In the 5 years since Donald Trump descended the escalator at Trump Tower, we have seen an unprecedented and abnormal rise of violent right-wing extremism in the U.S. and beyond. The president is leaving office in 13 days, meaning that he's going to lose that bully pulpit. If it's his words that help inflame this situation, why do you think that this threat won't just go away when he does?
No, it wasn't his rhetoric that inflamed them. They were already inflamed. They were just bolstered by a president who supported their already inflamed rhetoric and what they already wanted to achieve. These people have been talking about this for 3 generations. And in the last 20, 30 years, they've become more and more emboldened. And in the last 4 years, they're now marching in the streets, screaming, "Jews will not replace us," and all that shit, right? So, yeah, they've went from being hidden, maybe not even hidden, but at least not talking openly about their aims for America. But now, the last 3-4 years, they have been openly talking about their aims for America. They're talking openly on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube videos, and only in the last couple of days has Twitter banned Trump. They could have banned Trump any fucking time in the last 3-4 years for his fucking rhetoric. Didn't bother. But now that they know that he's out of power, and he can't pass any legislation to curtail their ability to spread and gain, a larger foothold as like a social media network. You know what I mean? This is the only reason they didn't do it in the last 3 years. Because Trump was in power, and he might have been able to get legislation passed that would curtail their ability to become even bigger than they are. It's only now, when they know that there's only days to go and there's nothing he can really do now, and it would be overturned by the Biden. That's why that they're banning him. They could have banned him. Twitter and Facebook could have kicked him off and banned him for exactly the same things they've kicked him off and banned him for now. Inciting fucking violence. They never did it until now. Why? Because now they see that it's possible for them to continue to gain massive fucking sign-ups on it and make millions out of their advertisement and scrape everybody's fucking data and sell off. You know what I mean? They understand that they are in the position now they don't need Trump anymore, so they can bash him now. they would never have thought to bash Trump or kick him off for inciting fucking violence, which he has done over the last 3 years. But they are never going to fucking do that while he was in power and could fucking affect them. But now they realise that he's got very little time to affect them, and Biden could be cajoled and encouraged and paid perhaps to fucking reverse it. This is the only reason that they are fucking, banning Trump from tweeting and banning Trump from Facebook. That's the only reason. They see that he's not a threat anymore, and Biden's coming. Now they have to kowtow to Biden.
Well, white supremacy existed before Donald Trump, and it will continue after Donald Trump leaves office in 2 weeks. I think the challenge we have is that he has so amplified this issue. He has literally given free rein to these individuals and emboldened extremists.
Not just Trump. Not just Trump. 60-70% of all the fucking Republican senators and House Republicans, you know what I mean, have all fucking been pumping this shit for the last 4 fucking years. 60% of them. The few that haven't are basically the people who are scared that they were going to get primaried or just lose their election to a Democrat. That's basically it. There's nothing new here. Absolutely nothing new. And this guy is speaking truth to power, but what power does he have? None. But now people are listening to him. He's been trying to say these things for fucking years. Nobody ever had them on fucking, MSNBC or fucking Fox News. When's the last time you ever seen this fucking guy's face?
Across the board, white supremacists, anti-government activists, Boogaloo enthusiasts, QAnon, conspiratorial theorists, all of them he has encouraged, he egged them on at the steps of the Capitol yesterday, to the point.
But again, he's just blaming Trump for it. It's not just fucking Trump. 60% of all your fucking GOP senators and your fucking GOP representatives have been doing the same thing for the last 4 fucking years. And some of them before that, before Trump even got in. Fuck me, look at the whole 8-year fucking Obama administration. 2 terms in office. Look at the shit that fucking Republican fucking senators and House representatives have been saying about fucking Obama and the Democrats. Feeding into this fucking narrative of socialism, communism, aliens. Obama wasn't a fucking real American, shouldn't have been able to hold office, blah, blah, blah. It's not Trump. Trump was just the person who ended up being the head of it for the last 4 years because he managed to get elected. But can you imagine if fucking Ted Cruz had beat Trump out and become the president? Do you think it would have been any fucking different now? Are you fucking stupid?
Point where they literally stormed the seat of our democracy. What's worrisome is that we're already seeing chatter tonight about how white supremacists and extremists want to disrupt the inauguration in 2 weeks. So indeed, I'm afraid that you can't put this genie back in the bottle quite so easily.
Right, yeah, many people have been concerned now about the inauguration. And this certainly, though, is not...
As far as I'm concerned, this guy is just another guy trying to hold onto the power that he's got in his little organisation, right? He's not speaking out against Republicans as a whole. He's not speaking out against, Ted Cruz or Graham or fucking the 100, 200 representatives and GOP representatives who have, for the last fucking, since 2008, have been fucking pushing this narrative. And the 50 odd fucking, 52 fucking GOP senators, you know what I mean, for the last fucking, 10 years have been pushing this narrative. He's not speaking out against them, only Trump, because everybody's getting down on Trump. He's just banging on about Trump as well. But he's not. If he was a proper fucking what do you call it, progressive, he would be mentioning the fact that all these people are all also fucking, you know, been supporting this for the last fucking 10 years. I don't hear it from him. So he's just another one of these fucking sad sack fuckers. He's got himself a little bit of power. He's got himself a good fucking job. But he's not really fucking saying anything. Again, he's just like, well, I can say bad about Trump because everybody's battling on about Trump, but I can't fucking go further than that and actually speak the truth to power. He's not speaking truth to power. He's following the narrative that is now okay to follow because of what happened on the 6th of fucking January.
Not just an American problem, as evidenced by that horrific mosque attack in New Zealand where 51...
Yeah. Who gives a fuck about the mosque attack in New Zealand? You're America. Your fucking Capitol building's just been fucking attacked by a mob, and now you're changing the subject to a fucking foreign country? What the fuck? Next thing you're going to be telling us fucking, you know, Olive Garden's got fantastic fucking garlic bread. Like Ted fucking Cruz, I think. Not Ted Cruz, is it? Sean Hannity. Let me give fucking Olive Garden a shout out. Are we going to go to Olive Garden in a minute? Are you going to ask him what he thinks about Olive Garden fucking garlic bread? Is that the fucking level of ABC fucking Prime News? Fuck me.
When people were killed. So wouldn't you agree that this is much bigger than President Trump?
It is much bigger than President Trump. I'm optimistic that President Biden, one of the first things he will do...
Never mind Biden. What the fuck? What about the GOP fuckers who fucking supported all this and have pushed this fucking narrative for 10 fucking years? Anti-Defamation fucking League, motherfucker. You must have fucking books, libraries of fucking shit you can fucking pull out here and talk about. Why are you talking about fucking Biden and Trump? Oh my fucking God.
Do as clear as day on his inauguration, we articulate that this is a global terror threat and leverage the...
We're not talking about a global fucking threat. We're talking about America, you fucking idiot. Is this the fucking, you know, Anti-Defamation League of America? Or is he a global fucking network trying to fucking perfect and protect the whole fucking world? No, it's an American organisation. Why the fuck is he talking about a global fucking threat? What the fuck? Talk about America. That's why we're brought on the fucking show, you fucking idiot.
The full force of the federal government. As you said, it's a domestic and global problem. We need the Justice Department and the State Department, the FBI and the CIA, because there are links. You know, there were European white supremacists marching in Charlottesville. I'm guessing we will find out.
What? There were European fucking nationalists in fucking Charlottesville? Well, that's the first I've fucking heard of that. And if you have any fucking evidence for that, you should fucking produce it. You should have been on fucking TV. You should have been putting it out on fucking social media.
They were here yesterday as
This guy is a fucking shill.
well. So we've got to realize this is a terror threat and needs to be treated as such.
Now, we believe that many of those...
Yes, it's a fucking terror threat, but it's an American terror threat. It's not a global terror threat. Europeans aren't fucking flying over there to attack your capital. This was Trump supporters, motherfucker. And they've been railed up for the last fucking over 10 years by Republicans in the Senate and the House. For 10 fucking years. Trump is only the most recent fucking come to power. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Why are you even talking about global and European fucking nationalists and fascists? Why? This is a fucking indigenous thing. This is fucking American.
Rioters who ransacked Congress are now leaving Washington.
I mean, this is almost as bad as the fucking Republicans starting to say it's Antifa that they did it and not fucking Trump supporters. Yeah, he supported that to be part of the anti-fucking... He's the American fucking, what was it, anti-fucking what do you call it, week? Anyway, you know, and he's talking about fucking Europeans coming to fucking Charlottesville. Really? European fucking fascists coming to Charlottesville.
Would you recommend that they be charged, or have these groups been so emboldened that that might not even move the needle at this point?
No. I'm glad you asked. Far from it. This was an act of terror, and every individual who participated, who stormed the Capitol, who desecrated our sort of temple of democracy, they should be identified, arrested, and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
And I guarantee that's not going to happen. They're starting to arrest like the most prominent faces that they see, but I guarantee you that 60% of the people that invaded the Capitol are never ever going to see the inside of a court. Never. It's just not going to happen. 60% of the people that invaded, you know, the Capitol building are never going to see the inside of a court. They're never going to be tracked down. Nothing's going to happen to them. Because that would be too much for America. It would be too much to actually do the proper job and make everybody accountable for what they did. And none of the Republican representatives or senators who supported this, even after the attack, none of them are going to get fucking charged or anything. You know what I mean? Maybe one or two of them might be forced to resign. One or two of them. And that'll be it. And then Biden will draw a line under it when he gets it inaugurated on the 20th. And that will be it. That's going to be the huge roundup of all these insurgents. Probably a couple hundred people, all told, and then it'll be done.
The only way that we can turn back the tide on this violent extremism is by reversing what Donald Trump has done. I mean, he is responsible for this, for elevating these individuals. So what we need to do is to say definitively, through policy, let alone through statements, that violent white supremacy has no place in the public conversation, that those who engage in these activities will face the...
America has been saying that for fucking 40 fucking years. And yet, on the 6th of fucking January 2021, the Capitol building in America was stormed by white supremacists and QAnon and other crazy people, and maybe, yeah, just a couple other thousand people just tagged along thinking they were doing something for the president that they support. But, you know, nothing's ever going to come of it. I don't understand why this guy's even on fucking TV.
The full force of the law, and that America is no place for hate.
And beyond that, specifically, any other thoughts as far as how the Biden and Harris administration should tackle this?
Well, again, I think you're going to want to see a full investigation of what happened on Capitol Hill, because...
And this is where it ends. They're going to have a full investigation. It's going to probably last about 6 or 7 months. By that time, things will have moved on. People have forgotten how hard and how painful this was for America. You would have swallowed it all, and you would have realised that, you know, okay, we've kind of dealt with the shame, but, you know, now we've got to move on. We're dealing with the COVID, and we're dealing with the economy, and we're going to have to deal with, you know, Medicare and stuff like that, and, you know, what we're going to do about the deficit. And I suppose this commission or whatever is going to publish it, and it'll last like 3 days in the news when it gets published in 6 or 7 months, and then a couple extra people will maybe be forced to resign or get arrested, and then that'll be it, done. It'll all be over by the end of fucking 2021, and you just won't look back. You will not look back.
Indeed, law enforcement and some of those Capitol Hill police officers fought bravely, and they were assaulted brazenly and in broad daylight by this mob in this organized attack. At the same time, I don't understand why the federal government wasn't better prepared. I cannot grasp how the way that law enforcement responds to a Black Lives Matter protest, they basically were not nearly as well prepared for yesterday. But I should say one other thing. Government can't solve this problem alone. We need a whole of society approach. And social media companies need to step up. Facebook and Twitter should ban Donald Trump, not for 12.
It's already been done. They banned him indefinitely, mate. What the fuck? He's telling you that Twitter needs to do something that they've already done. This is the 12th of February. This is the 12th, isn't it? Unless this is the 10th. See, 12th of February 2020. What? Wait. Started streaming on the 12th of February 2020. Is this not about... What?
12 hours or 2 weeks. They should ban him permanently because access to those platforms is a privilege. And I got to tell you, inciting violence against the...
What? I found that
Americans tonight, communications infrastructure.
but they're really...
Okay, I don't know what's going on there.
It's the time.
I think the challenge we have is that he has so amplified
The Anti-Defamation
this
League.
issue. He has literally
February
given free rein
2020.
to
I
these
thought this
individuals
was...
and emboldened extremists across
That's
the
not
board.
relevant.
White supremacists,
If I fucking
anti-government
clicked on it, what
activists,
the fuck?
Google enthusiasts, QAnon, conspiratorial theorists, all of them he has encouraged. He egged them on at the steps of the Capitol yesterday.
Yeah, this is supposed to be live. Why is it 12th of February 2020 if it's live?
Cognitively, I'm fully aware that I'm in Louisiana.
Are they...
differently for you to stream straight.
I want to ask you this about doing...
created by a black man.
Oh, ABC, fuck's sake. Okay, right, so it's supposed to be fucking... It's supposed to be live. It's not, I'm not watching Sky News. I fucking hate Sky News. Dr. Cookie, but I don't even know what was going on. That live stream, what the fuck was going on? God, it's fucking weather. Right, so anyway, so my update seems to have went astray. Don't seem to find any live fucking streams. So this, what's it, Earthcam? Times Square, 28th October 2020. What the fuck? This is supposed to be live? 28th October 2020. How can it be live? What the fuck?
Direct pathway to this offender's identity.
And welcome to 23andMe.
Yeah, okay. Right, so I don't know what's going on. I thought these were live broadcasts, but apparently nothing's happening today, so they're just streaming stuff from fucking 2020 and February 2020. What the fuck? Can I get any fucking live news? I don't even know what that was. What the fuck? Today, January 9th, this is the 10th. Right, why is he fucking racing or something? Fuck it. What the fuck? What, does nobody have any, what is fucking India, what's live news, USA, live news USA 2021, what the fuck? 1 day ago, so that's yesterday. 3 days ago. What? Do you not have any fucking news programs on a fucking Sunday in America? Live News USA, 10th of January. What the fuck is this? Catholic TV. I'm sorry, but no, Catholic. 3 days ago, 2 days ago. 3 days ago. What the hell? Why did you say 10th of January? I mean, I typed it in right. What is this? India. fucking India? Pakistan or something? Was it that? Pakistan, yeah. Virtual worship, non-profit. First Baptist Church. Is this called news in America? Baptist churches and shit. Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. What the fuck's that got to do with Live News USA? Oh. Okay. Minutes ago, okay. 4 hours ago. 23 minutes ago.
Donald Trump must be removed from office immediately. He should be impeached, convicted, and thrown out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and forever banished to the dustbin of history.
The founders, the framers, they wrote a brilliant construct that allows the Congress to move with alacrity when the circumstances.
See, this is the kind of thing that pisses me off. All these Democrat organs saying, oh, we're going to do it. They're all talking big, right? Why didn't you reconvene the House over the weekend? Why did you go home? Why did you shut down shop? Why didn't you convene an emergency fucking session? I mean, that's something that Pelosi could do. Convene a fucking emergency session and impeach fucking Trump over the weekend. And by Monday, you could be fucking having a vote over the fucking full House. I don't understand why they keep coming on TV and talking shite and then doing nothing about it. I mean, what is going on? This is what is wrong with America. It's all political rhetoric. It's all fucking point scoring. None of these people are meaning to do fucking anything. If they wanted to do something, they could have done something. We're not going home until we fucking sort this. They could have been in session from the 6th right through to now. They could have impeached the fucking president the day after. They didn't need to turn around and say to fucking Pence, we want you to, instigate the 25th Amendment. No, they didn't need to fucking... They said, we are going to impeach him. And the way for you to fucking circumvent our impeachment is to enact the 25th Amendment. If you don't, we're going to go forward with impeachment. We're starting today, on the 7th of fucking January. That's the way to fucking force fucking Pence's hand. Lame duck. Lame fucking duck president. And you can't fucking, push through the power that you have. Well, that's just unacceptable to me. As someone who understands how to use power.
Require it. And here they do.
Welcome back to the Sunday Show. I'm Jonathan Capehart. After Wednesday's deadly insurrection, House Democrats are united in their decision to hold Donald Trump accountable.
No, they're not. They're posturing. This is all you're getting to, is posture. We're going to do this. Oh, if you don't do that, we maybe won't act. That's what policy says. If Pence doesn't, enact the 25th Amendment, then the Senate may have to act. She didn't say we will. She just said we are enacting fucking impeachment now. We are drawing up fucking impeachment orders now. We are enacting, and the only way to stop it is for fucking Pence to fucking enact the 25th Amendment. That's the way to fucking force people's hand. No ask them saying if you don't do it, we're going to give you a few days and then we might do something. No. You fucking do something and say the only way to stop it is for you to fucking act.
With at least one article of impeachment likely to hit the House floor on Monday. In anticipation of this, a group of Republican Congress members, led by Ken Buck of Colorado, wrote a letter asking President-elect Biden to discourage it, quote, in the spirit of healing our divided nation. One might ask where their interest in healing was when the standard bearer of their party is Congresswoman Karen Bass of California, who's...
Man, they cut out what he was saying there. So what was it going to say? We don't know. And then they jumped to this fucking interview of another fucking smiling Democrat who's going to say fucking, you know, whatever she's going to say. And it's like, it's just a fucking waste of fucking time, man. This is all just fucking to lull America into a sense of false security that something's being done when nothing is being done. Absolutely nothing is being done here. What the House should have done is on the 7th of January, they should have held a special fucking, you know, what do you call it? A special fucking chamber to, you know, put forward impeachment fucking, an impeachment bill. Or whatever you call it, I don't know. Use America got all crazy fucking words for shit. But yeah, they should have kept the fucking Congress over the weekend, a special fucking session, and fucking, you know, voted on the impeachment, an impeachment fucking bill. And got ready to vote on it on fucking Monday. That's what they should have fucking done. Let's see what Joe fucking says.
16. And I actually, one column after another talked about the violence. August 9th, 2000.
Coming Monday. Why did you wait for Monday, man? The time to act is when the fucking iron's hot. The 6th you were attacked. You returned and finished off the fucking the count for your state electoral college votes. And then in the 7th, you should have brought a bill for it. Somebody should have been sitting at night over 6 into the 7th, writing up a fucking impeachment fucking, you know, document. And it should have been brought into the fucking House on the 7th. And Pelosi should have said, we are not going home over the weekend. We are enacting a special fucking meeting of the House. And we're going to keep it open to debate, and then we're going to bring this to a fucking vote on Monday. Not fucking bring it in on Monday. We're going to have a vote on fucking Monday. I don't fucking understand what's going on in America, man. These Democrats are wishy-washy fucking bullshit crap. I got no fucking idea what's going on with American democracy, but this is not the way that a fucking parliament under threat, under attack, fucking operates. These cunts think they can just go home and have their fucking weekend fucking lunch and their ordinary meetings with whatever fucking, you know, cunt's going to meet them and promise them money for their next election. And then they're going to come in and start this on Monday.
16, after he told the crowd that they could stop Hillary Clinton by appointing federal judges by, quote, Second Amendment solutions, by killing her with a gun. I said a bloody line has been crossed that cannot be ignored. And Donald Trump has left the Republican Party with few options but to act decisively before something terrible happens. August 9th, 2016, you can go back to one threat after another that the president made. And again, the threats were against politicians. They were against journalists.
This guy's another fucking asshole as well. He seemed really fucking angry about, you know, the attack on Congress and all that. But I don't see him calling out for a special fucking session of Congress to deal with this now. No, he's happy to leave it till next week. He's happy as well to leave. Oh, let's do this in a few days. Let's let the temperature burn off. Let's let the fever drop. And then we'll talk about it, and, you know, when everybody's happy to start arguing about other things. So now we're all arguing about, no, why did the cops not do this? Why did the cops not do that? Why did the governor of DC not instigate the state police and the state militia? Why, you know, so now that it's all getting fucking spread out, you know, they're not concentrating on what fucking happened now. They're all looking and point fingers to blame people for why it wasn't responded to. Forgetting the main fucking thing here is what happened in the first fucking place. The attack on the fucking Capitol building is the main fucking thing. Not the response. You can deal with that later. But you need to understand what caused there to need to be special fucking police reaction. The police reaction was haphazard and terrible, but what caused there to be a need for that police fucking reaction that didn't happen? So now you're all fucking arguing about why the police didn't stop it, rather than arguing about why the police needed to stop it. There's two different fucking things going on there. And you're all being distracted by the second rather than the first. What caused the attack on the Capitol building? And what do we do about that so it never occurs again? Then the second question is, why weren't they prepared? And what can we do to make sure they're more prepared in the future? Two different things. But now we're forgetting about the first and we're just moving straight on to the second. There's going to be an inquisition into why the police didn't stop it. And we're going to forget about the whole fucking reason why the police needed to stop it. God damn America, you're fucking being waylaid again. You're being diverted and you know, flim-flammed and, you know, look at this shiny object, you know what I mean? Fuck me.
The entire Democratic Party leadership was put on a kill list, and now we have.
Look at this picture, man. The fact that they walk between the lines, I mean, like a bunch of Chinese tourists, man. They filed in, took pictures and filed back out. Not all of them, but these people did. But when you see the images from the corridors, I don't know if any of these people were involved in the images of the corridors, but yeah, they're not showing any of that, are they? No. Showing some of that and Biden talking, yeah. Let's see what Biden's got to say. What is Biden saying? That is Biden, isn't it?
Justice. Keep it right here.
I don't like that.
No one can tell me that if had been a group of Black Lives Matter protesting yesterday, they wouldn't have been treated very, very.
Again, Biden being very careful with his words. I fucking hate politicians. You knew what he was going to say. You can't tell me that these people wouldn't have been fired upon. And then he changed it and said, yeah, outcome wouldn't have been much different.
Differently.
Yeah. He didn't say people would have been shot and killed on the steps. But he fucking knows that's what he wanted to say. Couldn't bring himself to say it. Why? That would be going too far. Because he's a white man. He fucking knows. Most of America. What people said, these white people walked into the Capitol thinking they owned it. You seen them walking towards, you know, the cops up with their arms up, with their head down, going, go on, try and fucking arrest me, go on, do your worst. You're on camera, go on. And as soon as they get close enough, they fucking attack the cops. If that had been me, I'd have a taser, so bang, psst, don't fucking approach me, tased to the ground, arrested. If they surge forward, pull your fucking firearm and shoot a couple of them, you know what I mean? That's what happened if it was black people. We all fucking know that. Because it was white people, they were allowed to get close enough to actually kill and injure police officers on Capitol Hill. That would never have been allowed if it was black people storming there for BLM. Not that black people would have stormed the Capitol. If you look at any of the BLM protests, they're not running about with fucking, combat helmets and flak jackets on and carrying AR-15s and pistols and Molotov cocktails. No, they're walking about in jeans and t-shirts, you know what I mean? And bullhorns and shouting, but, they're not carrying clubs and fucking pistols and, how many fucking 11 Molotovs found on a 70-year-old and a fucking automatic rifle, pistols with fucking bullets in them inside the Capitol building. None of them carried by fucking black BLM people or Antifa, all carried by fucking white Trump supporters. A Capitol policeman's head caved in by a fucking fire extinguisher. God damn. Nothing is going to change in America, mate. Nothing is going to change in America after this. This is going to be swept under the counter. The most prominent people that you see in these photographs, your buffalo head guy, the guy that sat in Pelosi's chair, a couple of people who are prominent, a retired fucking military colonel, a recently elected Virginia, whatever it was, representative. Prominent people, you're going to get like 100, 200, main suspects and a few others. And that's going to be it. And maybe one or two representatives are going to have to fucking resign. Probably not fucking Ted Cruz or Hoffert or whatever his name is. No, they're going to get away with it. They're going to refuse to resign, and unless there's a push in the House to unseat them and kick them out by Pelosi, but I don't think she will either. And I don't even think that they're actually going to get rid of Trump before the 20th. I really don't think they're going to push hard enough with his second, what do you call it, fucking, charge of being, I don't think they're going to get rid of Trump before the 20th. I can't see it. I don't think they're going to push hard enough. Certainly they're not going to get the votes in the Senate. I think enough Republicans are going to deny or not even bother voting. I think it's going to take 2/3 in the Senate to pass. So yeah, nothing's going to change in America, mate. When you think about what happened with Benghazi, 4 people died in Benghazi, a foreign country, and the amount of fucking investigations that the Republicans pushed through, fucking 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, was it 9 fucking Benghazi fucking investigations? You'd be lucky if you get more than 1 investigation into an attack on your own soil where 5 people died. You're probably not even going to see more than 1 investigation into it. It's going to take 6 or 7 months, and then it's going to be 3 or 4 days in the news in 6 months' time, 7 months' time, and then it's going to be forgotten about. Nothing in America is going to change because of this. Not a goddamn thing. Because the Democrats are too fucking weak to do anything about it. And America doesn't fucking care. This is the whole fucking thing, right? Other people across the world care more about your democracy than you do. This is the absolute goddamn fucking truth. People across the world care more about America being a floodlight for democracy around the world than Americans care about it. And it's a sad fucking statement to make, but it's fucking true. Nothing is going to change in America. This attack on your Capitol building wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Because not enough damage was done to America's democracy. It was a flash in the pan. If the 11 fucking petrol bombs had been set off, if some of the pipe bombs had got set off, if perhaps Mike Pence had been captured and hung by the crowd, maybe that would have been enough for America to fucking realise that they need to fucking do something. But because none of that happened, America is not going to change. Not enough damage was done to your democracy for you to think you need to do something reactive to protect it. You think you're still strong in your democracy. You still don't understand the danger of the right-wing fascist supremacist problem you've got is to your country yet. You don't understand how dangerous it is. You think you're robust enough to defend against it simply because it didn't do enough damage on this attack. But eventually, it will. Something will happen and you're going to have another fucking, what was that, the bomb that blew up a fucking FBI building, 92 or 96, something like that. You're going to have one or two more of them over the next couple of years, and then you're suddenly going to realise that this is getting out of fucking hand. It's already out of hand. You need to fucking deal with it now. But you're not going to do anything about it. Biden's not going to see it as a big threat. He's going to think that America survived. He's going to deal with his other bullshit. The COVID. He's not going to do anything about Medicare. He's not going to do anything about tax reform. And America's going to continue down this road of fucking destruction of your democracy until it becomes such a threat that you almost lose your country. Anyway, that's my view of it at the moment. God damn, fucking weak ass fucking Democrats and fucking weak ass fucking assholes.
And the mob of thugs that stormed the Capitol. We all know that's true.
They're not a gang of thugs. You've got to understand, this is a political fucking movement. It's a political movement. It's been growing for 30 years in America. It's been embolstered and emboldened over the last fucking 3-4 years by Trump. It's a political movement. If you don't act against it, fascism is on the rise in America. Look what happened to fucking Europe when fascism wasn't put down. When Hitler came to power and marched into the Rhineland, and the French and British governments who already said that if you cross the Rhineland, we will, attack you, we will see that as an act of war. And when the German Chancellor, Hitler, sent troops across the bridge into the Rhineland in Germany, and Britain and France did nothing to stop them. They let them walk across. He got emboldened, and the next thing you know, Second World fucking War. This is what's happening in fucking America. This is the Rhineland. This is the crossing of the Rhineland. And if you do nothing about it, and Biden's not going to do anything about it. In fact, I do think that in the 20th, when he gets into power, he's probably actually going to tell the Justice Department he doesn't really want to, further hunt down Trump and his family for criminal acts. And we should look to the future and not look back. The way that fucking, Barack Obama did the same fucking thing when he got into power in the 2008. Because this is what the Democrats do. They don't want to fucking rock the fucking boat. Because most of them are all fucking on that boat. But unfortunately, Biden is an old guy. he thinks that the status quo is good. He's going to find out that it's fucking wrong, but he's not going to find out until maybe next year. Next year, when the Republicans reorganise themselves and come back at him and make his next 3 years basically, bound up, tied up so that he can't get anything done, and his fucking presidency looks just as shite as Trump's. Nothing's going to get passed, because I guarantee you, sometime in the next 6-7 months, at least one Democrat is going to become a Republican. I think there's now, is it Munchin? I don't know his fucking name. But there's a Democrat who has already says that he's not going to go along with the Democrats. He's basically a Republican who got elected as a Democrat, right? And he's going to swap parties. This is what happens in America. You don't have to stay as a Democrat all your life or a Republican. In fact, this is what happened with one of the other, was it under George Bush? A Republican became a Democrat and swapped the power. This is going to happen with Biden. Sometime in the next 5-6 months, there's a Democratic fucking senator who's going to change to becoming a Republican, and then that 50-50 is going to be 51-49. And then your vice president is no longer going to be the fucking tiebreaker. The Republicans are going to be back in fucking power by one fucking vote. Guarantee that's what's going to happen in the next fucking 6 months. And Biden's fucking idea of uniting, no, you're going to have fucking Mitch McConnell back. And you're going to have nothing happening in the American fucking government for the next fucking 3 years. Well, maybe 2 years, because you've got an election in 2 years' time. But then, it could all fucking swap again. You could have some really crazy fucking right-wing nutters get elected back in Georgia and places like that, or fucking Nevada or Pennsylvania. Who knows? I don't know who's up. In 2 years' time, though, some of the Senate are back up, and who knows what's fucking going to happen then with the crazy fucking QAnon and fucking right-wing people, and people getting pissed off with Biden not getting anything done because fucking, a Democrat fucking becomes a Republican and takes the power away from him to get anything passed. And what happens if he can't fix COVID? What happens if he tries to fix COVID and it all fucks up and he's no better at it than fucking Trump? For no fucking, nothing to do with him, but just like, the people making it are fucking terrible. Colin Powell quit the Republic. Yeah, but I mean, Colin Powell's not in power. Gileston. He's not a senator or a House representative. What I'm saying is there's a Democratic I think he's a senator. There's a Democratic senator who said before the end of the election, he said he's not going to vote with the president, Joe Biden, because he thinks that Joe Biden is a bit out there, and they will have to convince him to vote with the Democrats. He's the kind of guy, I can't remember his fucking name. I'm hoping that you spend some time looking at your politics and you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name. But he's one of these people. He could swap from being a Democrat to a Republican, and then that would give the Republicans 51 rather than 50-50. And when that happens, it doesn't matter then. The vice president's not going to be a tiebreaker if the Republicans are 51-49. And I guarantee that's what I see happening in the next fucking 6 months. That arsehole fucking Democrat becoming a Republican. Because he's a Republican who got elected as a Democrat. They call him what do you call it? What do you call that fucking middle of the road fucking Democrat? But he's not. He's a Republican who ran as a Democrat because he knew he couldn't get elected as a Republican in the States. Well, he ran as a Democrat, right? But he's actually a Republican. You know how this works in America. You go and you position yourself where you think you're going to get elected, because these fuckers don't care about the people. They only care about getting into fucking positions of power. And this cunt, by the way he's been talking for fucking years, he's a Republican and not a Democrat. He's even voted with Trump. A Democrat senator who's voted with Trump. You know what I mean? So I see him swapping and becoming a Republican sometime in the next 6 months. I just, God, you know what I mean? Your politics are so fucking horrible. Don't get me wrong, I mean, people in Britain have swapped parties as well. But it normally takes a fucking huge amount to swap them over, you know? They normally do it on the grounds of morality and stuff like that. You know, selling arms to a different country who we say shouldn't have it, we shouldn't be selling arms to, stuff like that. But just to swap over, you know what I mean, because of your already understood ideology. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I mean, the only reason I think this guy is going to do it, and I can't remember his fucking name. I wish I could look him up and find out. I could probably do a quick search here, right? Who's the most right-wing Dem and US Senate? Conservative Democrats. Oh my God. Well, okay. Maybe not get it with that. Oh, US. Come on. US. Most right-wing Dem in US Senate. 2020. Right, so, I mean, that's a plain fucking question. Why am I not getting an answer to it, for fuck's sake? It is Joe Manchin, right? Yeah. I couldn't remember, I said Manchin or Manchin. Joe Manchin, right? Joe Manchin is going to swap from, right, let's see what it brings us up. Why is it not giving me anything? Oh, it did come up there, sorry. I clicked that just as it came up. Joe Manchin. This motherfucker here, look at his face, right? This cunt here is going to swap from Dem to Republic in the next 6 months. Right? It's not even talking about him. Right, so let's look up Joe Manchin, right? Joe Manchin. West Virginia Democrat Senator Joe Manchin walked a fine line Sunday on whether he'd support a round of stimulus checks, increasing direct aid to Americans to $2,000 per person, saying he preferred more targeted relief. That's not a yes or no question, Manchin said on CNN's State of the Union. When asked by host Jake Tapper whether he was on board for sending $2,000 stimulus checks to Americans who earn $75,000 or less, I'm on board for helping people that need help, people that really can't make it, people who don't have a job, they can't put food on their table. I am in total support of helping them. Well, the fact is that they'd already passed a bill to increase the unemployment benefit, so this shit that he said about people who don't have any money, like, they'd already passed a bill to increase the unemployment. And that was part of the bill. And to increase the 600 to the 2,000 was part of that same bill. He voted against it. Even though the bill was actually doing what he said he was in favour of. So again, he doesn't want to give fucking poor people money, but he's all in favour of fucking giving billionaires fucking tax breaks. He's one of the fucking most Republican Democrats you can find. This cunt is going to be swapped to the Republican Party sometime in the next 6 months. I fucking guarantee it. Manchin sprang last week to the position of a vital swing vote now that Democrats hold a swing majority. Yeah. He swung to being a vital swing vote. He might vote with the fucking he's going to change. He's going to give up his Democratic and swap to being a Republican. I guarantee you. If I'm in a position that I can make a difference by bringing this country back together and making us work in a bipartisan way, I will use it for that. Bipartisan way. He's going to fucking side with the Republicans in order to make it bipartisan. This guy is a fucking wolf in sheep's clothing, mate. He's a Republican. He got elected as a Democrat because he knew he couldn't get elected as a Republican. That's how he got where he is. You know what I mean? And if you've never studied your politics and looked at how many people within different parties, in fact, it isn't an unusual thing for people to swap parties in America. After elections. It happens often. You should look it up, you know what I mean? But Manchin's a fucking Republican, mate. He's a fucking Republican. He's going to fuck the Democrats over, this cunt. He's going to fucking fuck them over, mate. So.
And it is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. The American people saw it in plain view. I hope it sensitizes them to what we have to do.
Much has been said about...
I don't like this guy either. He's too wishy-washy. I know he's a black guy and he's got into, like, John K, but he's got into, like, a high position in the MSNBC. But I watched his growth over the last sort of like 20 years, you know what I mean? And when he was just coming on and doing spots on MSNBC, I don't like him. And it's not because he's black, I'm not racist. I don't like him because he's like fucking Jack Taper. He's fucking... He never has any strong follow-up questions. He just does the normal sort of, I don't want to do anything to fucking, damage my position here in MSNBC. I don't want to upset the fucking higher-ups. So I never want to, like, push the guy I'm interviewing, and it's like, you've got all the information in front of you, for fuck's sake. Push the fucker. Demand that he answer questions. At least ask the question more than once. Don't let them fucking, answer a question you didn't ask. Bring them back. Well, that's not the question I asked you. No, at least do that once. He doesn't do it. He just scuts and just moves on. I hate fucking journalists like that. You either are going to, push people to the point where they're going to refuse to answer, or you can at least say, well, that's several times I've asked you a question you refuse to answer. I mean, if you watch journalists and BBC and other, ITV, ITV is an independent broadcasting service, right? Independent television. The best sort of political fucking, interviewers, they try not to let people squirm out. They will let them answer the question they wanted to answer rather than the question that was asked. But then they'll say, yes, but I want to bring you back to the question I asked you. And they will ask that. At one time on the BBC, and this is like, breaking fucking historical fucking interviewing. One of the politicians in Britain was asked the same question 9 fucking times. 9 fucking times and refused to answer it. And then the interviewer moved on. But he made it blatantly obvious to the fucking audience that he was dodging the question and not wanting to answer, And this is what I'm saying. If you're not going to make these people look stupid and make it blatantly obvious that they're dodging the question and prevaricating, then how the hell do you, without being able to voice your own opinion, how do you make it obvious to the audience that this person is lying to you or at least refusing to answer questions? You need to persevere and make that person look stupid. You don't look stupid for asking the question, they look stupid for refusing to answer. And political journalists need to understand that in America. If you're not going to do that, then you're not doing your fucking job. Your job is to bring the truth to the fucking public. Not to just fucking sanction let people come on and just answer the questions they want to answer and divulge the propaganda they want to propagate. Your job is to try and dig through that and show that they're fucking, being, just basically there to spout their fucking buzzwords and stuff. You know what I mean? And if you're not doing that, then you're not exposing them to the public as what they are. And it's very important if you're going to be a political journalist that that's what you do. Because you're there to bring the truth to the public, not just to fucking let people come on and spout their bullshit, and then say, oh, thank you very much for turning up. And if they refuse to come on your show the next time, you know what? It just means that they don't get airtime. And then you can have someone else on who's going to speak the truth to power, and people will hear them. Because obviously, when you're interviewing people, you want to interview the top politicians. But if all they're going to do is just tell you that the words they want you to hear, you don't want them to come back on. You want to ridicule them in front of the fucking populace. And you want to get people come on who are going to answer truthfully. This is what's wrong with America, and it's why you don't have any facts, and it's why Trump keeps saying fake news, fake news, fake news. Because they don't want you to fucking come on and fucking talk the truth, America needs to get back to that fucking idea of drawing the truth out of people and not letting them away with, Kellyanne fucking Conway. Blah, 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 blah. And that's it. I've got nothing else to say. And fuck, she's got 3 minutes. They know they've only got 3 minutes and they can talk it out, and then you've got to move on to the fucking weather. You know what I mean? You've got to fucking hammer down on them and not let them over-talk you and filibuster you until there's no time left, A lot of the political shows that I watch in the BBC and ITV and stuff like that in Britain, they're normally like a 20-minute interview, And so they know they can't run it out for 20 minutes. So you kind of end up in Britain getting you getting to the punchline and digging through them, and eventually they run out of ways of diverting from the question, and then they have to just say, well, I can't talk about that. I don't want to go on about that. Or I'm no longer going to discuss that, And then people can see they're avoiding it, And this is what I'm saying, You need to have political shows on American TV that are more than just fucking a 3-minute interview. It needs to be a 20, 30-minute interview of a politician and get them to fucking answer questions. None of this shit of, what's the name of your dog, and, what's your favourite fucking cake. Nobody's interested in shit like that. He's a politician, and he's there to answer politics, questions on politics and policy, Not to tell us his favourite fucking colour, the name of his fucking pet dog, Who gives a fucking shite about that? He's there to be asked questions about who he is, what he's going to do for the country, and why he didn't fucking do something when he had the fucking chance to, like vote for something that was good for the people. This is the sort of questions I want to see asked in fucking American TV, and I never fucking end up seeing that fucking shite. Fucking slim pickings in America, and that's why I say nothing is going to change in America after this. After this attack on the Capitol, Capitol building in America, nothing is going to change. Biden, after gets elected, couple of months after, it's all going to swept on, and he's going to say, we've got to move forward, just like fucking Barack Obama did. And I think that was one of the biggest mistakes Barack Obama did, is not to fucking, go after Cheney and the fucking assholes in the Bush administration. Some of their people should have went to fucking jail for the amount of money they stole from fucking the American people through Blackwater and all that shit. That should have been investigated. That should have been fucking prosecuted. Never happened under Obama. And Biden's going to do the same fucking thing. 4 years of fucking Trump, the shit he's put America through, and it's all going to be swept under the table, and it's all going to be, we need to pull America together, let's move forward, let's not look back. That's what you're going to fucking get, and that's why you're never going to fucking fix what's wrong in America, so long as politicians keep saying, we don't want to look back. We don't want to hold people accountable for the fucking ridiculous fucking crime that they committed while in office. These fuckers need to be investigated. arrested, and put in fucking jail. And so long as your political system never does that, nothing in America is going to change. Nothing. And I think that's as far as I can go with what I wanted to say. I didn't want to make, a 10-hour fucking, video. I've made an hour video about it, right? But that is the situation you've got in America at the moment. You're never going to change so long as these politicians keep protecting each other and never actually fucking hold anybody to account for the fucking actions that they've performed while in office. But that really is the fact of the matter. So long as nobody's held accountable, so long as nobody gets arrested, so long as nobody's investigated, so long as not never fucking, gets worked out, you're never going to change. Your democracy is not a democracy. You're a corporate-owned fucking, industry, basically. The American people are indentured servants owned by the corporations. And your politicians are simply administrators to it. That's all you are. Indentured servants under administrators to the corporations, man. Cultural re-education camp, yeah. Well, to be honest with you, your what do you call it? Your McDonald's and your KFCs and, you know what I mean? They're all fucking cultural re-education camps. You know what I mean? Every time you go into a fucking drive-through fucking takeaway dinner place, or, you know what I mean? Every time you watch fucking MSNBC or CNN or, you know what I mean? You're being indoctrinated, you know what I mean? You don't have to be watching Fox News to get indoctrinated. Every single news media outlet in America is a re-education fucking video, you know? you are just feeding into it, you know? And your politicians that you elect so far, I mean, I thought that AOC and some of these supposed progressives coming in might help to change things, but to be honest with you, even after, the rhetoric they were given before they got elected and then the rhetoric that I'm hearing after they've been elected, I can see it already being dumbed down. I can already see it being whittled away all the sharp edges, and now it's becoming just a smooth, almost, back to norm conversation. No matter how many of the right call them socialists and all that, they aren't fighting the way they used to. The only people that I've seen fighting really hard was what do you call it, Warden, and what do you call him, the old guy, Warren and God, what's his name? He ran for president and he was doing well. Him and Trump were the two top fucking runners until Biden fucking took over. What do you call him? The wee Jewish guy from what is it? From New York? Not New York. God, I can't remember his name. Bernie Sanders. Yeah, right. So, yep, that was it. Warren and Sanders are the only people that I think had any chance, if they could have got into the government, to actually do anything to change the American society for the better. But I guarantee Biden's not going to put Warren in charge of the fucking Fed, and he's not going to give Bernie Sanders the opportunity to become the what do you call it, Secretary of the Interior or something, which he should be, something like that, Biden is he's a sloppy Joe, 1950s, let's not rock the boat politician. Don't get me wrong, he's better than Trump, but I mean, any cunt for the Democratic Party would be better than Trump, except for Joe Manchin. So, I'm sorry. Nothing in America is going to change. Nothing. You're hoping for change. But even Obama, 8 years of Obama, hope and change. Plenty of hope, no change. Don't get me wrong, Obama's probably one of the best presidents we've had in 30 years. But still not good enough. Biden, he's by no means an Obama. If anything, America's going to continue to go backwards under Biden. He'll slow it down compared to what Trump was doing, but he's not going to make any changes to America that are of any real merit. No. America has not got itself out of the bushes yet, you know. You're still in a forest of hatred and horror, you know. And it's still a full moon at the moment. Werewolves are running about your streets. Nobody's got a silver bullet for that, and you're not going to fucking solve any of these problems under Biden. Nothing is going to change in America under Biden, I'm sorry. The only thing I can say might be good about what's happened under Trump is perhaps you'll get another Democratic president, hopefully not Biden, in 2024. But who the fuck knows who that's going to be? And we need to wait now until that time to see who it is. But hopefully not another Republican. If the Republicans get back into power in 2024, America is fucked for the next fucking 30 years. If a Democrat gets in, it's not Biden. I don't even know Kamala Harris. I don't know what she is yet. We need to wait and see. But unfortunately, the length of time she's been in politics so far, she's probably already been converted to a traditionalist and a moderate, which is no good. The fact is, in America, if you're a moderate, you're to the right of centre. Biden's to the right of centre. Because the political system in America has been moving to the right for the last fucking 30, 40 years. So where moderates and centre used to be is now to the left of fucking centre now. To get back to where the centre was 20, 30 years ago, I don't know how America can get there in just one presidency. I don't see how it could happen. Unless it was somebody like Bernie Sanders who get in there. But even that, if it did, I guarantee you what you've seen in the 6th of January would be nothing compared to the riots you would see from the right wing if somebody like Bernie Sanders got elected. But America needs that. America needs that upheaval. You need that upheaval. You need to readdress the problems you've got in your society, and the only way to do that is to go through a huge social upheaval, and you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that with Biden. You're just not. So nothing in America is going to change. Nothing. I'm sorry to say. My country is heading for something very similar over the next 10 years or so. I can see it coming. Probably not insurrection or violence in the street, but definitely a political upheaval. And Brexit might have speeded up, so maybe over the next 2 elections we're going to see some huge sweeping changes in Britain. I only hope that people who think like me, who are socialists, can win that battle. But it scares the shit out of me that we're a much smaller country, so a smaller amount of people could take my government over. That's the greatest danger that I see in Britain. We are a small country, and 300,000 people could probably take over my government. You know what I mean? Which is horrifying and scary, but, you know, it is what it is, and I can only wait and see if my thoughts about it are right. I'm not right about everything, but it is terrifying to think about, but by the time that happens, the next sort of 10, 15 years, I'm going to be in my fucking 70s, so I'm not going to be able to do anything about it, apart from fucking keep my head down and shut the fuck up. So in my 70s, I'm not going to be wanting to run about the fucking street fighting people, you know. If I was 20 or 30, maybe, but not in my 70s. So yeah, it horrifies and scares me, but I only hope that there's enough people that think like me still young enough to fight for our country, you know what I mean? But there you go. But yeah, America, you're not going to change. Not under Biden. Your political system, it's ruled by the corporatists. And your politicians are basically just administrators to your indentured servitude. Anyway, that's what I've got to say. That's my update to what I've seen happening in America over the last sort of 10 days. And I hope to fucking hell that you can pull yourself out of it, but it doesn't look fucking good. So anyway, Sanjivar motherfuckers, I'm going to go and watch some more videos, and hopefully, I'm suffering from a cold at the moment, I've not been doing much, right, so, but hopefully in the next week or so I'm going to do another playthrough of 2077. I'm looking forward to that. I just want to try and get my head clear. As I say, I've got a cold, my head's foggy. It's not COVID, it's just a cold. My nose is all snotty, I'm coughing up phlegm. It's not like COVID, it's just a cold, you know what I mean? I was running about and get out in the cold with a wet t-shirt, you know what I mean? I'm sweating, running about doing all this stuff. And I caught a chill and I got a cold. I wasn't infected by MD, it was just me going out into the cold air with a wet t-shirt on and not looking after myself. But, you know, give me I've been ill for 4 or 5 days. Give me another 2-3 days and I'll be, it's just a cold. And then I'm hoping to start another 2077 playthrough, and we'll try and get into that and, you know, have some fun and forget about all this horror that we're going through. Anyway, cheers guys, thank you very much for stopping by. Jerry, thank you very much for stopping by and chatting, mate. I appreciate that. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's all going well for you guys. Be safe, wear your masks, stay away from people, right? They're all fucking sick and they're going to infect you, so don't go near an MD. Look after your family, look after yourselves, man, you know. And I'll catch you when I'm back on. Sanjivar motherfuckers, and be safe, yeah.